Yeah. What up, everybody? Late Night Live, episode 52. Coming at you. We got a new face tonight, and maybe some of the other guys will be popping in. So, Travis says, I am in the waiting room. Here we go. There we go, Travis. Click the button.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Ace of Jack's Media Grounds, Chris.
Hey.
What's going on, man? He upgraded his internet, apparently.
Just a new week.
Playing any games?
Coming in 4K.
4K?
I'm trying to finish up Indiana Jones: The Great Circle.
Oh, good one.
But yeah, other than that, it's just been things breaking around the house. We had to replace our dryer, and now our front door lock has decided it wants to play games with us. So, it's all joy and fun around here. New Year.
Cool. Locked yourself out of your own house. Good job.
No, I haven't locked ourselves out. It was just we got one of those digital locks, and it's decided to stop functioning. So now we have to go back to manual, old school.
Wait. A digital lock? What the heck is a digital lock?
We have a Lockly. So it has a keypad. You can just punch in your code.
Is it like a smart home?
It's like a smart lock.
A dumb lock.
But it
still work, right?
After 2 years, it's just decided to stop functioning the way it's supposed to. But it's got the old school mechanical key in the hole and turn and unlock. So at least it has a fail safe.
Huh. Okay. What if you lose electricity? Does it still work? I guess you have that manual key, but
it still works. It's battery operated. So
okay. Dathan, 8-bit gaming legend.
What's up, class? How we doing today?
The professor.
I replaced my door lock at the beginning of the year, and it's a digital lock too. So, but we're knock on wood, we're doing okay for right now. It's got the fingerprint too, so I can just walk up and fingerprint. So we're good.
So stupid. I hate this.
So we're good on that front.
All right. Do you play any video games last week? I know there's a lot of other stuff we watched.
Not really. But I kind of dabbled in a few things on PlayStation Network, but nothing. I was so busy this week with stuff, the holidays.
Yeah.
I just couldn't really get into it.
Right. Joe Cade, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
yeah, introduce yourself to everybody. This is your first time on, and basically, yeah, he just kind of messaged me out of the blue, and
I was staring through your window.
yeah, so hey, if you bug me enough, I'll let you come on. That
Very
goes
cool.
out to anybody.
No, thanks for having me. Yeah, good evening, everyone, or good morning, I should say. You guys burn the midnight oil. This is like the late show. Those honeymooners fans.
Right.
Yeah, my name's Joe Cade. I'm a part of Perfect Storm Gaming. We do mod tutorials. We do live streams, speed runs, a bunch of video game stuff, cool stuff. And there's 4 of us a part of that channel, kind of like Arcades Anonymous, those that are familiar with those guys, great people. And separate from that is myself, Joe Cade. So sub to my channel, Joe-Cade. I'm an 80s kid, big video game enthusiast since the cradle. So yeah, me and Garage Gamer got along nicely. But thank you very much for inviting me to the program. Get used to me. I'm hoping to be a fixture here.
All right, and you're in Jersey. Where are you located? New York?
Say that again?
Where you live?
I'm in New Jersey, northern New Jersey, Essex County.
New Jersey. Yankees fan or Mets fan?
The trifecta is Yankees, Devils, Jets. I'm a poor Jet fan, unfortunately. So you can all give me your condolences.
Okay.
That's tough.
Oh, yes. Long and suffering. Since 1987. We're like a badge of honor.
Especially with Aaron Rodgers and all his nonsense.
Yeah, I'm very torn with that. I don't want to veer too far off, but I'm hoping that the organization actually makes a good decision for once in their lives and runs it back with Aaron Rodgers. I think most of us could have predicted this. He got hurt last season. He missed an entire year. Yeah, I think this was predictable.
Okay. Well, Dathan's a big Seahawks fan. Travis, how are you, sir? I think you're all around NFL fan, right?
Well, yeah, but Seahawks are my team, and then back that with the Ravens because I won money on them.
Oh, okay.
So you can get in my good graces if I win a good bounty rooting for you.
Travis is really into sports gambling right now, Joe Cade. So I don't know if sports gambling is legal in New Jersey.
No,
yet.
it is. Yeah, I swear it off. I swear it off.
There's FanDuel in New Jersey, right?
It's FanDuel, yeah, BetMGM, DraftKings, you name it. I had a really, really, really good year in 2023.
And by really big, I spend more on my video gaming habit than my sports gambling.
Well, that's what I got into that hard, the Arcade 1-Up series. I really didn't understand it when it was explained to me. This arcade that comes in a pizza box and you assemble it IKEA style. But once I got it, man, I was hook, line, and sinker. So
yeah. I can't lose the mortgage or the kids' college fund if I'm only putting $1 parlay bets per game. But but it makes the games more interesting. That's for sure. And in Oregon, we're not allowed to do college. So so you can only do pro in Oregon.
You can do college, but it's only at one casino on the coast. You can't do it.
I'm not driving all the way out there
through apps and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
no.
I wish we had FanDuel here. It's a lot better than DraftKings.
Is that right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
Travis,
but as far as gaming goes, lots of Star Wars. Actually, that game has gotten me. As painful as the traversing back and stuff. I guess we call this Metroidvania. As painful as that is, the game's actually pretty fun.
What Star Wars are you playing again?
I was going to say, which Star Wars game?
Fallen Order.
Oh, Fallen Order. Right.
Yeah. So because it was all of $2.
Yeah.
And I won one of my parlays, so I could afford it. So no, I'm just kidding. But no, it's all right. Like the combat's okay. It's not I don't know. It's not it's enough to keep its hooks in me, and the story is moving along, and that's okay. So yeah, it's enough to where the painful back and forth trekking, beating the exact same enemies I've beat 50 times now just to solve a stupid puzzle is not that bad. I do think that kind of play style is lame. You should be able to fast travel. I think that's something that I don't have time for anymore. But the story's good enough to where I'm going through it.
Now there is. What you say? There isn't any fast travel in the game. I could have sworn
Nope.
there was.
You can go to planet, but then you've got to go back from where you started.
Okay.
Every time you land, you got to go all the way back. I think that's our key. I think that's kind of done out a little bit, because even in Control, you could pick different hubs to go to, which was another Metroidvania game. So you could fast travel that area. I think you could in Elden Ring too, right? Like you weren't just.
Well, you have those tiers of grace, or they're
that's right.
So
yeah, the little
you can just use the
campfires,
map,
right?
Yeah.
You can't in this one. Now I heard that in the sequel they added that, so you can revisit campsites, I guess, in the sequel.
Yeah.
Survivor, I think, is the name of that one.
Yeah. Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, I beat that one. I honestly don't remember.
Right.
Kind of flushed it out.
Yeah, there are mods for the Jedi Order.
Fallen
Order to add fast travel.
Yeah, but then I feel like a big cheater. Then if I say that I win, if I've beat it, then there's an asterisk to it. It's just like when I beat Elden Ring. Apparently there's an asterisk because I used, which is a game mechanic, but I didn't do it without my little buddies, I guess.
Your mimic tier?
Whatever it is that you get, like different people.
Your summons and everything.
Yeah, summons. Yeah, you get your summons.
You got to use your summons. Come on.
I don't know. Apparently, that's a asterisk. I beat the game. It's an asterisk because I use summons.
I wouldn't have given you an asterisk, Travis.
I'm not. Hey,
you're on my dirty list.
I'm saying. Well, I would say this: that summons or not, I beat bosses that only 20% of the people who played the game beat. So I'll go ahead and take my.
Travis is really good. Like he'll look up if you got an achievement, he'll tell you exactly how many people got it. And
I mean, not the achievement.
Right?
I don't care about the stupid ones. Only the ones where it's like you beat a boss.
Right.
Then I use it to look at how many people have actually beaten the game. Right. Like that's the metric I use, because I do find that interesting. That blockbuster games can just not have anybody beat the game.
Oh, Jason, Jason, what's up, man? This
Jason's
guy's awesome.
everywhere. Thank you, Jason.
Jason's everywhere.
I think he's modding now for about 28 channels, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he does a good job
great.
too.
He's amazing. He's the man.
And Eric's big into DLC and achievements.
Well, Eric? Eric's in the chat, but he's not in the. Eric, what are you doing? Join the show, man. He's in bed tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, we should have a good show tonight. We got some weird stuff to go on. Like, we can talk football later, but I want to get to the main topic of the show tonight is what Stern announced today. So we're gonna get to that. I want to get to this huge Lego rumor that just keeps expanding. Yeah, what are you doing, Eric? I don't know. There's an Atari thing that just came up today too, and Joe messaged me. I think was it yesterday or today? So I got the video for that. I pulled that, and and there's another pinball thing I want to share too. We should have a good show. Oh, okay, you're playing Balatro. All right,
it's game of the year.
Yes.
We see how it is. I don't know, but he didn't want to come on talk pinball. Are you serious? All right. Joe, do you play pinball at all?
Big time, yeah. No, pinball was those of us that grew up in the '80s. It was dying down in the arcades. Obviously, the cabinet was supreme, but I would say about 25% of the arcades in the 1980s was still pinball. By the 90s, that had dipped down to like 5-10%. There was a pinball table. My friends razzed me on this that I hunted down. It took me a long time, and it was at a coffee house where my father took me after CCD. It was called the Flying Aces, and I'm happy to say I own it. So it's in my home arcade. And in addition to that, I had just recently got a mini V pin, and I was on the fence with the V pins until I got it. Let me be clear, till I got it, and now I understand it completely. The ones that are the larger scale ones, they're a little out of my price point, but they do a great job. What's it called? Legends.
Yeah, the Legends
do.
Ultimate.
I'm sorry.
The Legends 4K.
The Legends 4K V pin.
Right.
Sensational. Again, out of my price range right now. I'm saving for it, but they do an amazing job.
Well,
so
I got
one of the
Go
we've
ahead.
got somebody local that builds out V pins, and I was on the fence about that. But you're saying that they're pretty fun, huh?
Yes. No. I mean, look, if you're a purist, if you're a traditionalist, nothing is going to substitute from an authentic, original pinball table. I don't want to make it like the V pin comes and it trumps the old school, but it's interesting that you can have a different dynamic where you have a variety of tables compact, and you have it in one fixture. I deal with space saving, and for that I was like, all right, let me dip my toe into it. I got the mini Legends V pin on the Facebook Marketplace, so I got it secondhand, and what an incredible experience I've had with it thus far, Travis. I highly recommend it. I think we're the same age, and I yeah, if I like it and I changed my mind and did such a 180 on it, I would gamble that a lot of Gen Xers would do the same.
Yeah, he builds them out the full size, like basically the full size with all of the with the rumble and all that. I forget what the addition is that you throw in there to get the feel for it. And I've talked with him about buying one in the past. He's cheaper than the full size. Like there's a couple of the big players that you see for the V-Pen stuff that do the full size, and he's less expensive than they are. But yeah, I just don't know how much noise it would make in the area that I think I would put it, which would be in this room. So yeah, I've got to figure that part out.
Can you plug headphones into it or something, buddy? Just plug in your headphones and probably play with that. Turn off the shaker motor.
He brings up a great point. There's different nuances to try to quiet the table down. You're right though, Travis. You're not wrong. It can get loud.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to work through the shaker motor triggering the tilt as well, like because the tilt wasn't super realistic if the shaker motor interfered, right? Yeah.
Why do that? Just put a subwoofer and speakers on and really let that thing bumping.
You're losing your hearing anyway. Don't even worry about
it. Yeah.
Let the neighborhood know you're playing pinball. Come on.
Exactly.
Right. No, I know.
All right.
I think it's cool.
You know what? I'm going to play this video right now.
The Stern News? Yeah.
No, I'm going to go to this first since you guys are kind of talking about it.
Oh, yeah. I saw this.
So this is... I'm pulling this from PD7, my friend PD7. I was trying to get him on tonight, too, to talk about it, but I guess tonight was date night, so I won't... I'll let him have his date night. But I will get you on one of these days, PD7. But this is from his channel today. He has a At Games 4K, whatever it's called. But this is the first footage I've seen of Sea of Thieves, their new pinball game, licensed from Microsoft. And At Games, I guess, has just built it from the ground up. I don't know. I'm hearing everyone's liking it, but to me, I don't know if you guys. I know Chris has played Sea of Thieves with me.
Yeah.
I had to check how long I had played it on Xbox. I'm like 170 hours playing Sea of Thieves, and just looking at this, it doesn't look like Sea of Thieves at all to me. I mean, they got some pirates on it. But like
it looks very empty.
It looks very basic. You know, I think.
But what in Sea of Thieves is there really anything? You go to islands and you fight pirates and you get treasure. That's it. I mean,
well, it's. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good game to translate into a pinball number one.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it looks like it plays pretty well, but it looks like there's not a whole lot of stuff to do right there.
I'm seeing the big blue in the middle. I mean, it's like just a lot of empty space there. Like, it seems like they could have had the Kraken come up, because that's one of the things that happens in the game is when you're driving your ship, the big octopus will come and grab you. They could have had something right there like that with the tentacles and I don't know, something else. It just seems very plain.
Yeah, it's a big table. Like, there's a lot of area with nothing going on, which, you know, harkens back to like 1970s tables.
Yeah, and that's true. That's true.
I'm with Travis. Again, I'm partial, obviously. I'm biased, but I like the simpler pinball tables that are less busy.
Okay. And I don't want you guys to, I want differing opinions here, because
I think I correct me if I'm wrong. I think Chaotic did a review on this live.
Oh, maybe
yesterday.
he did.
He did, yeah. Okay.
And and I saw, it's like the other thing that was kind of irking me too is they said, I guess the game was like $35, but if you own a At Games Legends Ultimate, you have to, it's not like a universal purchase. Like, you can buy it for your pinball table, and like almost like if you have the other machine, you have to buy it again if you wanted to play it. I didn't quite understand that.
Here's my issue actually watching the gameplay of this, though, is that for a big table like that harkens back to, like, you know, 70s tables, there weren't as many safety features as there are on this. So you've got kickback on your lane drains over here, right? And you've got your stopper in the center. Now, granted, your flipper spacing is super wide, but like, if you think back to like the older games, they were pretty brutal when it came to like, oh, okay, you exited out the left or right lane. Sorry, right? You didn't have a lot of the kickbacks and
very unforgiving.
Like, yep. Yeah. So in a way, it's kind of surprising that there's not more going on. You know, like that the play field isn't squashed more. So I don't know.
No, usually in the older games too, there'll be something right in the middle. If you hit it right in the middle, your ball would drain. There's nothing like that here.
That's a good point.
No, it seems like it'd be a pretty easy game to beat. I guess maybe that's what you were getting at, Dathan.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it looked just kind of generic, kind of plain, a few things here and there, but nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't look nothing's really intriguing about it all that much.
Right.
But that's me just watching the video. I mean, if I'm playing it, it might be something different. I don't know.
So I don't know. To me, it doesn't really scream Sea of Thieves to me. I guess it says Sea of Thieves, but like, I don't know. Part of Sea of Thieves is like, it's all about adventure. You're going out trying to find treasure, and then you get ambushed by some dickwad, and you got to fight them off, and you know, that's Sea of Thieves to me, right, Chris? Like, you know, I don't know. I just don't know if it translates to a pinball game. Oh, anyway, moving on. So I'm glad the people that I have seen play it have been enjoying it, but this.
It's George Gomez at Stern Pinball, and we're here today to celebrate a storied franchise that has entertained players for over 50 years. I'm thrilled to present our latest game, Dungeons & Dragons: The Tyrant's Eye. Players will go on an epic and thrilling adventure into forgotten realms to battle iconic enemies, including the most advanced animatronic dragon in pinball, Wrath the Relentless. This red dragon intelligently reacts to player action with multi-axis motion and features omnidirectional impact sensing technology, all while breathing fire in the form of pinballs. In addition to an array of flowing ramps and shots, the game highlights some really cool playfield toys that bring Dungeons & Dragons into the pinball universe. You'll notice the gelatinous cube with magical magnet ball interaction, a player-controlled shield device, and of course, disappearing dungeon entrance.
A sword is only a
let me just say, I was not kind of too looking forward to, like, when they announced the Dungeons and Dragons table. I was like, like, that doesn't sound very interesting, but this looks really good.
And you saw it.
Yeah.
There was a Bally's Dungeons and Dragons game, though, so he kind of overstepped his bounds there.
That's right. Travis beat me to that.
So I get it wasn't Stern, but Stern wasn't the only manufactured pinball table.
Yeah.
So come on.
Oh no, Gottlieb. Yeah, no. Say it again.
Yeah.
There were several. This screams 90s, early 90s table.
Yeah.
And it looks sensational.
It
looks good, yeah.
They got Michael Dorn to voice the dragon, who, if you guys know Star Trek, he played Lieutenant Worf. And then they got Kevin Smith to voice another character here.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric says his best hands is 22K. All right, there you go. So that's incredible.
Many more.
No, it looks great. I love that little shield, that guard that they talked about. That was cool.
You know, we were talking about how now with their Insider Connected, they could make these RPG kind of games where you can come back and level up your character. This game screams to me that you can do that. Go on an adventure with your pinball or your game. Yeah, Quapla, right?
I'm kind of surprised they didn't try to tie this in with the Honor Among Thieves movie and maybe kind of push that.
Good point.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
I was surprised on that too. Yeah.
As far as the game this goes and everything, I thought the Uncanny X-Men pinball machine was going to be kind of cool and everything. I'm a little bit more excited for this one than I was for the Uncanny X-Men one.
Yeah.
There's just something about the way they designed this, the dragon head and everything, that just looks like it would be so much fun to play. So, I don't know.
The playfield looks incredible.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I could just stare at it for hours here.
When's this dropping? Garage Gamer. When's this released?
I don't know if exactly they said. You can go to their website and they are showing the models on there. There's a Pro, Premium, and a limited edition. I think you just the limited edition is $13,000. The premium.
See, this is my dilemma.
I'm not saying go out and buy that, guys. Like we're very blessed in where we are that we can just go to arcades and they're going to have this.
Yeah. But to have that, Travis, one of you said the college fund, like that's what's going to happen. I'm dipping into the kids' fun, and divorce papers are on the way, and it's just not fun.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but I had to put myself through college, so
Well, I went to county for a year. Yeah, no, but you're right. That's to your point. Yeah, correct. If I didn't have the funds to go for, that's a good point.
They have no release date for it right now.
Yeah. I bet
there's no release date for it.
I think
just contact them for availability.
I think
I'm actually glad that they didn't just recycle Lord of the Rings as far as the table design goes, and it doesn't look like a recycle of any of the Metallica / AC/DC stuff that they did either. So could be fun. Could be a good table. It's hard to see.
To me, this looks like a game that I would not at all want to own because it looks like
it's going to break.
A logistics nightmare.
Yeah.
everything that's going
Too many
on.
moving parts. That's a great point.
Too many moving parts. It reminds me a lot of Medieval Madness, where there was so much stuff that was going on, and this is a machine that I want to go play at a bar, or I want to go play at the arcade, and then that's it.
And hope it's not broken.
Yeah, there's as soon as I saw the dragon going back and forth and everything, I'm like, oh man, that's there's a lot of
and
stuff.
the trapdoor and the
But
guard.
at least you're not. At least it doesn't look like there are any Smash toys on it, right? Like the dragon is the multi-ball release, not a Smash. It looks like.
Yeah, it's not like X-Men where they have the Sentinel in the upper corner that you have to smash it repeatedly, to open up. But yeah, there's just seems like there's a lot of stuff that's going on with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Chris, you gonna give one away?
I guess I'm getting.
Let us know when the stream happens.
I guess I'm getting a second job just to afford this.
Cool, sign me up for that, man.
I'll be working out on Portland Road if anybody's interested.
You've got all the followers, from your Twilight stuff. So.
Yeah.
No, we got to use it's the super chat money is going to the claw machine first, and then
obviously, because that thing's going to pay for itself. Yeah.
Oh, wait! I want to hear this, 8-Bit, because I got one too. Which claw machine are you looking at particularly?
Oh, it's a running joke. All of the super chat money that we get is that we're gonna buy the arcade 1-up claw machine to put somewhere for enjoyment. That's
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. That is the plan.
That's funny.
Welcome to the party, pal.
No.
But for the game, for the pinball, I'm very excited to play this. I can't wait to dive into this.
Yeah, it pops. It does kind of look like Medieval Madness or Attack from Mars a little bit.
Yeah.
The colors.
The play field's way different, so that's cool.
Yeah. I can see Eric getting into this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, could you imagine if they had a Balatro pinball machine? Eric would be all over that.
Well, maybe they can't announce it yet. Maybe they are working on it.
There's enough sound on this too for the demo. I feel like that doesn't get enough.
So they're going to release gameplay tomorrow. I think at 8 o'clock Central Time. So they'll have probably like a 25-minute actual gameplay field video of everything that's going on.
Perfect.
I think that's what I saw.
Yeah. But we're gonna have to go to this launch party. Anyway, yeah, this looks like a win, and we'll see what else Stern has up their sleeve for 2025. I'm hearing rumors. Well, I saw Justin Console Kits. He was talking about maybe they're doing a King Kong, and there's still that rumored Pokemon table, which I don't know. I'm not into Pokemon at all. Maybe Joe Cade and his Gen Xers are into it, but that's
that was
not
after 80s was Garbage Pail Kids. It was all
right.
Garbage Pail Kids.
My parents didn't let me have Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, there you go. So you had good upbringing.
Chris, you didn't have to do that.
Oh, we're getting that claw machine.
Oh, jeez. Where's my... what did I lose? Oh, here it is. No.
Super Chat for the late night. Super Chat for Ryan Summer.
That's cool. I like that one.
It's AI. It was AI.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's incredible. You can get away with. I was up till like 2 a.m. a couple weeks ago with I think it's called Grok or Gronk.
Yeah, on X.
It's Grok
on X. Yeah.
Oh my God! I mean, just crazy images. Anything that your heart desired. You want to see Darth Maul playing chess with Abraham Lincoln? Go for it. Just type it in.
Yeah, if you wanna create your own music, it's Suno, SUNO.
Oh, there's oh wait, now time out. Yeah, I got to write down. Say it again.
Well, I don't know I don't know if they're very good. Like you got to really. He's given
It's
me
all-
some really weird stuff.
Yeah, it's all AI, but you can create your own lyrics, and I usually just have AI create the lyrics for me. So like, Grok has done lyrics before, and I've had Chat GPT, and some of the lyrics they come up with are just horrible.
I know.
So then I of course funneled them over to Ryan, and
Yeah.
They either make no sense or they're too formulaic. Yeah, I agree.
Joe, before you leave, I definitely want to touch on this. So this is what you shared with me the other day.
You play this now. I was. Thank God you play this. I could speak on this. I was just
Now,
about
like,
to leave.
Yeah. So, Atari's not the same as they used to. It's a completely different company now. But
So I'm just gonna cut in. Atari.
Oh,
is
go
so
ahead.
back.
Go ahead. I want to
don't
hear
care-
what.
I don't care what anybody says. Atari is back. They came back last year in 2024. Who can deny that? I mean, seriously, it was their.
Really?
I'm sorry.
You're a Atari fan then.
Oh, there was a time where they ruled the world, and like it's just, yeah, it was very depressing. Seeing them just make bad business decision after bad business decision after another. But I mean, you could say that it started Q3, Q4 of 2023, all of 2024. They dominated last year. I don't care what anybody says, and then to come on the scene and break open 2025 with this. This looks spectacular, and my arcade does great craftsmanship, great manufacturing. Yeah, I'm greatly. I don't want to go drone too far, but I'm obviously looking forward to this.
Now,
it's a good thing Gallagher guy's not here.
Yeah, Gallagher guy was having trouble with
and his wife. Good people. Yeah.
So on the right here, there's a keypad. I guess that's in reference to the Intellivision stuff they just bought. Unless you guys have another idea.
It's obviously for the different smells you can.
Yeah. Well, that's the Switch too. Yeah.
That is absolutely whoever said that from the Intellivision purchase, the Intellivision acquisition. That was big on their part as far as IP. They wanted that logo, that feel. They've already owned a piece of Coleco. I think they own some of Magnavox too, and that's the point of what they were going for. Now they own an error, right? They own that error. They own the late 70s, early 80s. Imagine if Nintendo bought Sega and they bought TurboGrafx 16 and they brought Neo Geo. Now Nintendo would own the 90s, right? They would own that error, and that was what Atari did. That acquisition also was last year. Just another more brilliant business decisions that they made.
Is that a rollerball that down there in the left-hand corner?
That looks like a trackball.
I think it's a trackball. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. I love the form factor. The size is perfect. More often than not, when these portables come out, they're too small for my hands.
But Joe, hold on. But why can't we just play these on our Steam Deck or our ROG Ally or any of the other?
We can. Look, I like emulation. I'm a fan of ROMs and emulation.
Yeah.
Of course we can.
Well, this is not emulation. This is going to be emulation, right?
It is emulation, right? Well,
okay.
I see what you mean. Yeah. Yes, you can play this with Steam. You probably can play this with the new Switch 2 and their corresponding virtual console with whatever consoles that they own. So
well,
yes,
do you have the Atari collection by Digital Eclipse? What was that called?
Yeah, I'm a collector. I've got quite a few consoles.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm obviously. I'm sorry.
That's got like 100 games on there.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I get really excited and juiced for these. I won recently on Arcades Anonymous the Unico Neo Geo, and I'm really pumped about that one too. And it's the same thing, obviously. As obviously it's not the same as this Atari, but it's the same motif and direction. But yeah, I mean, of course, you bring up a great point. You can play these games with Steam. There's just something nostalgic about this. And I really, I love what they've been doing as a company.
I do like on the top. There isn't like I could have sworn I saw. I'm trying to find it, and there was a HDMI out port. Oh, there, right there.
That's it.
Do you guys see that? Like, I don't see that a lot on things, so I'll give them props for that.
Well, the question is then, are they going to have a separate controller, or is it going to be a case where
they're going to want to sell you as much as they can.
Use this as the controller, and you have to have that HDMI out to the TV, so then you have to get up real close and play.
They need to go further with the software. It's always been my gripe. That's got to be with these companies, the direction that they're going, where they go. That's got to be their intrinsic value. Maybe DLC, and the same goes for Sega and Nintendo. How cool would that be to have DLC on an old game? You want the vegetables in Mario 1? DLC. You want the raccoon tail in Mario 2? DLC. I don't think enough companies take advantage of that they own these old games. Do something unique. Turn them up. Shake it up a little bit. I hope Atari does that with their own games and IP that they own.
Well, they'll probably turn it into a live service game where you got to pay them $25 a month to unlock it. That's what you do in 2025.
I have a lot to say about that, but let me sign off now before I get too far. Gamer Garage, I want to thank you again for having me on the program. All you guys, I'm going to be subbing to your channels. I hope to be a repeated guest. Thank you guys so much. Seriously.
Yeah, have a good night.
Staying up.
Yeah.
Appreciate Take care, man. Good seeing you.
Bye.
Yeah, so I don't know. he's a big fan of that, obviously.
I do agree that I think Atari is definitely starting to make a comeback from what they were, 3 or 4 years ago, because they're starting to have a presence at conventions now, and they're starting to put out products that they were non-existent a few years ago.
Right. We don't know what the price point of this is yet, but like, I'm not gonna get this. I can tell Joe is he's on board. Like I feel his passion, and that's great. And there's a lot of guys out there in the community
I think it's an interesting form to have the trackball and then a thumbstick and then a number pad on it and everything, but at the same time I also feel like it's too much stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain point at which if you pick up a controller and it has like 25 different things going on, it's just too much. And I mean, it just.
The other thing we haven't seen, it's all about the games, right? So like we got to see what comes with this, number one, and like what does it look like? Is that an OLED screen? Is that a LCD?
Well, and is it running an OS system that's exclusive, or are we going off Linux? So people that could break it and put whatever they want on it.
They're gonna have this at CES next week, so we'll find out more then. So, I'll try to dedicate some time next week to talking about some of this and some other projects. I know there's people out there who've seen this.
Not live yet, everybody, but we are going to be live. No, we are not live yet, everybody, but we are going to be live at January 7th, 6 p.m. PST at CES. Yes, at CES, and we'll have something that the home arcade community can finally have something to talk about. Trust me. Until then, we will see you soon.
Oh, thank God. If you guys don't know, Justin Wong is like probably the best Street Fighter player in the world, and the best Marvel vs. Capcom 2 player in the world. So he was at I was gonna say Evo. Well, he is at Evo, but he was at PAX West. He was on the big play field. Do you remember when we went by, Chris, and he was like playing Street Fighter 6 with somebody else? That was that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, a lot of people thinking it's going to be Street Fighter Alpha 3, something um with John D's little pet project. So we'll find out next week. I'm curious. So yeah, I got people in the home arcade talking about stuff. So if you guys are interested, then we'll cover it. I gotta talk about this, you guys, and Lego. You know,
this is Dathan's favorite thing.
Well, Dathan buys Lego, so you don't have to.
I have nothing against Lego at all. I am just not a Star Trek person.
I literally just got a notification on my UPS app that the stuff I bought on the 1st just shipped. So if I bought the Blacktron set, and we got the new modular building, and it helps when your wife goes halvesies on it with you.
You need to super chat song for
gosh, Joe, you didn't have to do that.
That claw machine's getting closer by the minute.
Yeah.
Super chat for the midnight. Super chat for Ryan Summer.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, get that claw machine and you just put it on random quarters of the city. You know, find a corner and just sit there and put some items in there and see if anybody walks up to it.
We're not gonna do a claw machine, but I will. I will appreciate the money to help pay for Restream, because if you guys didn't know, this is $50 a month, and it gets spendy. So I'm willing to fork it out, but I would love to have the community help me. So that's where this is going to be going. So, but
well, maybe we'll get to a point.
I'm not getting a claw machine.
Let's get to a point where we can get the channel sustainable from the streams, and then to top it off, we'll get
no, hard disagree. You get the claw machine, and in the claw machine you put 5 or 6 balls in there, okay, and each one contains one of our names, and then you get to play the claw machine, and then whoever you pull pays for the stream for the month.
Right.
That's like the
but you have to be in there too, Ryan. But other than that, if Chris gets drawn, then Chris plays. See, so now all of a sudden the claw machine is really helping. It's once again paying for itself.
No!
We'll put Eric's name in there 3 times.
Did you guys? We're going back topics here. Sorry, Lego, but there were a lot of people that did get the claw machine for Christmas. And I saw quite a number of people were really happy with it.
What was in it?
Another reason.
Yeah, it was a claw. I don't know.
Like balls of cash. If I got a claw machine and there were like little capsules of cash in there, I'm gonna be happy with it. Why the hell not?
Yeah.
Of course.
Are you giving the cash to yourself?
Of course I'm gonna be. If it was to me.
It's gonna be
your wife. Who are you giving this cash to?
I Grandpa's Playboy collection from the 80s, you know.
I'm sure it was parents that were giving to these kids and like, oh, look at all the stuffed animals and stuff in there. Of course you're going to be happy with it. Why would you not be?
I don't know. You're just giving presents to yourself.
Kudos to them that they're happy with it, and it's a good Christmas present. And I mean, you're probably not gonna be able to put a Starship Enterprise Lego set in there or anything, but you know.
No. But all right. Thank you, Joe.
But I will say this is that you said on the Discord to check out some of the videos of people in lines at Lego, the stores around the country, and you were not lying. They were wrapped around blocks and stuff. It was crazy.
Well, I used to go to the Lego store more often than I do now, but for whatever reason, after the pandemic happened, and it's crazy. Like, I'm an expert. I can talk about this. It didn't used to be like that at the Lego store. Like, it used to be like easy going. You go in there, get any set you want. You didn't have to wait in line outside. if you go, the one here in Oregon is at the Washington Square Mall. You have to wait in line every time you go up there now. They only let like 20 people in there at a time. And then once you get in there, it's packed. And there's no guarantee you're going to get what you want. So I just order online now.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the Lego Insider points. You can that's for free. So sign up for that. You can also get points if you buy stuff at Target and upload your receipt, but I think that's more work. But for me, like I'm not gonna build it tomorrow or whatever. Just send it to me a week later, and I'm guaranteed to get it. So I don't know why there aren't any more Lego stores around here. And we're probably they're getting hammered from the guys from Washington are coming down here because they don't have to pay tax on any of that stuff down here. So
yeah, I think
that
the nearest one in Washington is in Seattle too. So
yeah,
it's a ways up there.
There's like 3 or 4 up there, but yeah, the one to come down to is down here because they don't have to pay sales tax. But they need to open more of those stores because you can't tell me they're not making bank. That Lego store in the Washington Square Mall is probably the most profitable store in the whole damn mall. It's crazy.
You're probably not wrong. It's a nice store too. I've been there a few times.
And the Lego hobby has just, after the pandemic, kind of like video games a little bit, it just went off into another world. And if you want a company to invest in, Lego, man. But anyway, back to what I was going to get to. So here we go. I want to, I'll probably clip this later, I don't know, these Lego rumors, my God, 9 times out of 10, I swear they turn out to be true. Somehow this guy, and I was watching this video earlier, he speaks in German, and you have to put it on English subtitles for you to read it. But he knows exactly what the set number is, 10356. How does he know that? I have no idea. He knows exactly it's going to be 3,600 pieces. Maybe that's an estimate. He says this is a Black Friday 2025 release. And at hearing his video, he thinks this is going to be a Lego Icons set. So it's not exactly, they're not exactly introducing a Lego Star Trek theme here. But what we were hearing originally, they were going to do like the original Star Trek Enterprise. So like, all right, that makes a lot of sense. They'll, do the show, the ship from the 1960s. This, if they do the Enterprise D here, you guys, this is going to be something else. And if it's 3,600 pieces, this has got to be at least $500. But man, I got to buy it. Holy heck. I don't know. Like, the Enterprise D is kind of top heavy. So I'm trying to figure out, like, they're going to have to put like almost a stand at the front. I don't know. I'm curious. So, man, I hope this rumor's true. I'm all over it.
Are you going to build it or are you going to box it?
I think I got to build it. I got to build it for the channel. Geez, I don't know. If this is like my dream set, do the Enterprise D, and they're going to do it. I love that there's like guys our age that are in charge of these companies we support, and they're doing nostalgic things. And you have to build it on a stream? No, like I don't know. That would take me a long time.
You have to put like the final 10 pieces on the stream.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just conclude it on there.
I have the I talked about it in my walkthrough video. I've got the big Millennium Falcon up in the attic. There's a guy, he did a nonstop stream of him building that thing. It took him like 8 or 10 hours to do. Like, it's ridiculous. But Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have anything to add to this? Like this is gonna be cool. Like maybe if Dathan they were gonna do a Megatron and
I'm just curious to see how much this is going to cost, because I look at this and I think of the well, obviously like the Millennium Falcon, and then I think of like that Avengers Tower that was $500, I think, and it was right around this size piece. I think it was right around 3,500 pieces. So I'm guessing that's probably going to be the $500 mark, maybe more.
When they have Star Wars, I think that's their most expensive license, because seems like those Star Wars sets they really jack up the price on. They got to play something for this license for Star Trek, but we'll see. Black Friday, there's no way in hell I'm going to go in there on Black Friday, but I will order it online, and we'll see how fast it sells. I bet it's going to sell real quick. So, we'll see.
You talk about how busy the Lego store is, and if you go back and look at the history of Lego, in 2003, they almost went bankrupt. They were $800 million.
When they were doing stuff with Bionicle, and there were a couple other themes. They had
like Creo. I got a Creo Bumblebee one a long time ago.
They went back to their roots of what was successful in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
And now it's like a golden age right now.
Well, now they're the most profitable like toy company out there. They're more profitable than Hasbro and some of those other ones.
Well, they've globalized themselves. They're out of Denmark, but they're making these bricks all over the world. And it's just quality controls, excellent designers, smart people. They know logistics. They can ship it out to you. They can, on release day, they don't seem to run out. You just have to wait in line if you want to go get it in person. But
but like we saw earlier with Atari, if Atari can survive, there's hope for anybody.
Right. Well, Atari is not. It's a completely different company now with Atari.
Well, I'm just saying, if they can rise from the ashes of ET, then there's hope for any company.
I liked ET. I'm like the only guy that actually enjoyed ET.
You need to do a stream of you playing ET.
The trick to ET is you just got to read the manual.
Turn it off.
Like if you don't read the manual, on ET, it makes no fucking sense. Yeah.
They're all whitewashed from the sun.
So, all right. So I gotta at least save $500 sometime in November for that.
For the claw machine? Yes, you do.
Not only, and we're setting aside money for the Switch 2 if that ever gets released here or announced. So, the creator of Bionicle is a YouTuber, and he has some great docs about Lego and his time working there. Yeah, and he almost killed the company. Huh?
No, actually, Bionicle is what saved it.
No.
Yes, it is.
You guys were Bionicle fans?
No, if you go and look up what saved the company, it was Bionicle.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, that claw machine, $500. You're right on the money there, Ryan.
It'll drop in price by Black Friday next year. There'll probably be some sweet Black Friday deals on that claw machine.
How much is that claw machine? Is it $500?
It's $499.99.
Yeah.
And it
that thing's got a drop in price, bro.
Costco.
Shipping.
Yes.
Shipping starts February 15th, so they've sold out on all the ones they had before. Wow.
Next time you're picking up mini corn dogs and egg rolls, get yourself a claw machine.
Well, if you go into Costco, Chris, all those Stern pinballs they had are gone.
Oh yeah,
and those were 5,000. So
really,
damn, you can sell anything at Costco.
A lot of pinball tables under a lot of little pinball machines underneath Christmas trees, I guess.
I didn't see any videos of people getting those, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty dang cool. Did you guys want to talk football?
Nope.
You know,
we could talk about the news about Grand Theft Auto 6. There's the insider news that they're going to delay it here in the next couple of weeks. They're going to announce a delay for till 2026, possibly.
Jesus Christ, my God.
Yeah.
I mean,
we need some uplifting news here, I guess.
But there's all these developers and publishers that are holding off on like announcing release dates for games because they want to know when Grand Theft Auto 6 is.
They're nervous. Oh yeah, let's talk about the game release
I would
schedule.
say for uplifting. Hold on, for uplifting news, I would say this. And this is for ASO Jax. That if you look at the year in NCAA football, okay, the Beavers beat Washington State. Right at the and we're the Pac-2 champions, so that's great.
Daisy chain? Is that what this is? Oh, okay.
Washington State beat Washington.
Who cares?
Washington beat Michigan.
Who cares?
Michigan beat Oregon State, who then beat the Ducks. So that means not only are the Beavs Pac-2 champions, they reign supreme over Oregon this year.
Who cares?
I mean, whatever helps you sleep at night. I mean.
I wasn't happy with that game. I'm a Dan Lanning fan. I told you guys that.
Jesus Christ, my God.
If Dan takes off at any given point, then it's all up for grabs. But I did think it was a shocking game to me.
Oh yeah.
As somebody who's not biased that way, right? Like I did actually feel that Duck fan, especially the people that I knew that traveled to the Rose Bowl. I feel worse for the people that bought tickets to the national championship and booked hotel rooms and didn't go to the Rose Bowl.
Right.
But then after watching the game, I thought, I wonder actually who suffered more.
Yeah.
Well,
so yeah,
they beat themselves. The Ducks beat
game.
themselves, right? That's what the Ohio State quarterback said. That's how they lost the first game.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said. That's why they lost to the Ducks the first time. They beat themselves. So that's the story I'm going with. Ducks beat themselves. Right, Dathan?
Yeah, it was a rough game.
I mean, right after that, the Big Ten title game, and my wife goes, "When do they play again?" And I was like, they don't play for 3.5 weeks.
3 weeks. Yeah,
and
3.5 weeks.
I mean, I'm not making excuses. I mean,
No, but you can.
We're fans. We can make excuses.
So it's momentum versus rest is what it is. And obviously you saw what happened. The top 4 seeds were bounced the first round. The other seeds got the home game, all advanced, moved on, momentum on their side. And I was listening to ESPN this morning or on the way to work, and I heard that it is a set in stone system that they're going to keep doing it, and so it's going to be the same thing. So your best bet is to lose your championship game, and maybe have a loss or two along the way, and like Ohio State,
yeah,
and
not get seated at the top, right? Yeah, so you don't have such a big layoff.
If Oregon would have lost that game to the Big Ten title game, they would have been the 6th seed, and they probably would be going to the quarterfinals. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're never going to know. Well, but
you'll never know.
It's just something just was not right leading up to this game. Like there was some different feel, like with everything.
Did you listen to their press conferences before? Because like they sounded
dang
confident going into that game. Like.
Dan Lanning was sick.
He looked like he'd been like up all night, like studying shit.
No, he was sick. He was sick. So I wondered if illness, maybe he'll never admit that, but I wondered if maybe illness hadn't spread through the team, or at least. But gosh, it was poorly played. No offense to you guys, but it was poorly played on all aspects of the team.
We're not part of the team.
You know what I mean? Like
so
it was just
we're.
No, I know, but fans get fans. They get all fanny about it.
State, yeah, right.
No. Duck fans are. Hey, at least most of the Oregon State fans actually went to the college.
Okay.
Right. So there is that. They've got like
I go there. You go to the Oregon State game. Like All right. I'm not
It's
gonna
all
make any
50-year-old
disparaging
alumni.
remarks about.
That's okay.
But if we're
I'm
gonna,
gonna
you
stick
can't-
by
you
if we're gonna
can't-
keep talking about football, I do want to say this because I tried to watch some of the Arizona State Texas game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was great.
That was a great. It was a kudos to Cam Scadaboo and the
Scadaboo is the man. He's going to go in the NFL.
I don't know that play where they did not call targeting. That is a textbook targeting play that should have been called. Like if you make a video about targeting, that's going to be on there.
The refs
on the tape.
The refs totally saw that was the game changing. Like if they had called that for Arizona State would have won.
Yeah, sometimes you got to swallow your whistle, right?
I mean, the fact that they didn't call it on the field, and then they reviewed it, and they still didn't call it while they're playing the video up. I mean, it's just
the whole rule is wrong. Like, I get you targeting. It's a you need to protect the players' helmets, and I sympathize with their health and stuff, but like something needs to change with that rule because it's too wishy-washy.
So next year, I'll just end it with this, Dathan. Next year, you guys, to your point, next year you guys are going to have some tough learning curves here. If you don't get a quarterback in the portal, right, and then you've got
no, they got their quarterback.
Yeah.
They got their two quarterbacks. They're
going to be fine next year.
Dante Moore and Achilles Smith Jr. Their other quarterback. He transferred today because he wanted to play.
Did he transfer today?
He transferred.
They're 5-star freshman.
He wanted to play day 1, minute 1.
Okay,
sure
because I was going to say
there
would be a learning curve with that kid if that's who they started.
Yeah.
Okay. But you've still got a whole new offensive line. Now, I have faith that Dan Lanning, being a Dan Lanning fan, not a Duck fan, I have faith that he'll get things going. But I think that it'll work, to your point, Dathan, in your favor, that you guys will have some tough games in the beginning and probably some bumps along the way. And then towards the end of the season, well, you could have you've got a whole new offensive line.
Right. I don't know. Their schedule looks real.
A whole new offensive line means crappy football team.
We'll go. Yeah. We'll revisit it later. But like, I think their schedule looks really favorable again.
Yeah, I think that your schedule's going to help. But I also think that Dan Lanning will be the it factor for that, and that as the season goes on, you'll take your bumps in the beginning, and then you'll enter at a good thing. And to Dathan's point, you won't be first seed, and so you'll have the momentum going that way.
I'm very curious to see how, because even before the bracket slots were filled out, people were talking about, well, if you're a 5 seed, you're going to have a better chance of going through and all that stuff. I'm curious to see next season how teams play everything out, knowing what we know now.
Right.
And I swear, like, Oregon gets the shaft constantly. I mean, if this was the BCS era, you got to win 16 games now to win the national championship. 16 games. You used to have to only win 13 back in the day. Sometimes 11, maybe 12. I don't know.
11 or 12, right?
And I keep seeing this on social media that the Ducks are the Buffalo Bills of college football, because they get right there. They get right where they're supposed to be, and they just can't get over that hump, because there was the late 80s, early 90s where the Buffalo Bills went to the Super Bowl and just could not field goal.
Right.
Could not.
I heard that people are comparing him this year to the Detroit Lions, because I don't know, Detroit had some unbelievable record. I'm sure
they're undefeated.
What's his name in the chat?
They got one loss, I think.
Well, they got
2 losses.
This year,
2 of them. Yeah.
Adam Dark Empire. He's a big Detroit Lions fan.
Yeah.
To tell you, so on Sunday night,
they're not going to win the whole thing.
So on Sunday, this is how crazy the NFC is. Not to go sideways with this whole thing, but this is just kind of a weird stat. Is they're playing for the number 1 seed in the NFC. It's
right.
Detroit, and Minnesota. Whoever wins is going to get that number 1 seed, the first round bye, home field advantage throughout the rest of the playoffs in the NFC. The loser drops all the way to a 5 seed from that, and they'll have to probably go on the road. So you're going to go on the road as a 14-3 team, and you're probably going to end up playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who's like 9 and 8 or whatever.
Go Bucky Irving
in the first round. So that's how the NFC compared to the AFC this year it's just neck and neck. So it's good. Sunday's going to be a pretty fun game to watch.
I mean, the Lions are banged up bad.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
So, but again, Lanning and the coach of the Lions, the name's escaping me right this minute.
Dan Campbell.
Yeah, the Fighting Dan Campbells. He, they, I think they're cut from the same cloth. So I listened to Dan Campbell talk about his injuries and all that stuff on the talk show he went on. He could use that as momentum for those guys to go all the way, even as banged up as they are. So, but that's also because they got money on it.
I think the NFL is, when it comes to coaching, NFL is kind of looking for the Sean McVay with the Rams,
they are right now.
McDonald with the Seahawks. Dan Lanning would actually he would kind of fit the bill with that whole thing. I think he's 39, and
who's the Arizona State head coach?
Dillingham.
He's only like 34.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, he's a good dude.
But now that Dan Lanning lost this game, I think Dan Lanning's going to be back next year.
Yeah, he'll be back.
If he had won the whole thing,
anyway. Nah,
if he had won the whole thing, I was worried.
No. He'll stay.
I'm too used to seeing Mario Cristobal and all that.
I know.
Shit. Oh, I'm never leaving. Whatever.
And then they've been interviewing 5 weeks earlier, right? Yeah.
Right.
No, I don't think that Dan Lanning was. I honestly believe when he says that he's going to stay, he answers it He answers it in the ways that you would want him to answer it. He doesn't just say, I'm only focused on the next game, which is what people like Cristobal did, right? Like, I don't have time for that now. I'm only focused on this game. Lanning says that, but actually stops and says, but here's why that's not even a thing, right? And he talks about how he loves the city. He talks about how he loves the school. He talks about how he has his family there, right? He doesn't do the typical coach speak when they're interviewing secretly, which is just, hey, I don't have time for this noise, and we are focused wholeheartedly on the next game, and that's all we're focused on. Lanning says that, but then he stops and he talks about all the other things that he likes. When he stops doing that, that's when you need to be worried. But right now, I don't have any fear of that for you guys. I think that his paycheck is going to be just fine.
Dathan, do you have Ohio State win the whole thing now?
I think you'd want to see it, right?
I would love to see a Ohio State versus Penn State championship.
Yeah.
I think Penn State's playing just as well as Ohio State is right now.
Wouldn't that be crazy? And Oregon had beat both of them.
Yeah, it would be a Big Ten championship.
Yeah, I mean, and then you can't.
The top of the Big Ten is really good.
Then you can't be mad at whoever. Well, no, I think you want. If you're the typical college fan, you want the team that beat you to be the team that wins it out, right?
Yeah.
Because then it proves that, well, what were you going to do? They won the whole thing.
Maybe that was the national championship at the Rose Bowl. Maybe those were the two best teams. I think
they
they didn't. I don't know.
They didn't look like it in the first half.
No,
sure.
No. And
they has got Texas. Texas is supposed to take.
I don't know. Texas looked like they were going to lose to Arizona State, so that's why I'm not confident in Texas.
I don't know. We'll see. College is nuts. I mean, I said it in the text or in Discord or whatever. I didn't count Oregon out in the second half. Like, I watched that. Well, I mean, up until about the middle of the third quarter, middle of the fourth. That's or the forth. That's where it started looking like, okay, we're not going to see a college miracle here. But college is an odd thing that way.
Yeah.
Players are too young. They're too inexperienced. They get lazy.
I've
they
definitely
get tired.
shifted my fandom, I guess, from college, because I had Duck season tickets for 10, 12 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I think it's not what it was back then. I've been a Duck fan since like the late 90s or the late 80s, early 90s. And so, you know, seeing back when they, you know, went to, I think it was the Independence Bowl or the Freedom Bowl. And when you went to a bowl game in the late 80s and the early 90s, it was a big deal. It was a huge, no matter what it was, whether it was the kitchen sink porcelain bowl, you know, something like that. It was still a big deal. And now it's just like it
doesn't matter, right? It's nothing. Well, it feels that way to us. I know to the players it's still something, but to us as fans, it doesn't have the same merit and the same gravity.
Well, I don't know. Did you guys see the Pop-Tart Bowl?
The Pop-Tart Bowl is its own entity. It's its own thing. You can't.
That looked pretty damn cool.
It is. It is very, very cool. I will give them credit.
But Dathan,
that's kind of one of the bowl games. I think that would be the outsider bowl from, you know, the college football playoff games and all that stuff. That kind of has the good stuff going on with it.
But no, I think somebody would be stupid to actually argue your point that, like, to tell you like, no, it's the same game. It is not the same game. And it is now more of a minor league for the pros than it ever has been. Right. Oh, yeah. And it's more and more than I thought it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah. So it's just, it's not at all the same. So I don't blame you for being like, you know, my fandom is shifting here. Me going to Oregon State, I was there during the good time, but it wasn't, I don't know. It's still never, I like watching football played at a super elite level. And I think that that's where the professional, you know, where the NFL is a little bit more. And I like the parity in the NFL, which honestly, as a Beaver fan, you never felt it existed. Right. And for every Beaver fan who complained in our neck of the woods, there'd be somebody like San Diego State who would complain about the parity even more. Right. About how it's just not fair. Right. Yeah. So, and that's going to get worse. So now the elite schools are going to start feeling that. Because it will be who pays what, right?
What's up, Michael B?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
It is, and I think the playoff it's not going to go back down to 8. It's either going to go up to 16. It'll go up because
make it 32.
You know, it's gonna end up like Texas high school football, where there are 64 teams, and you're gonna have to run the bracket. You know,
I want it. I actually want it to be that way because I think that that's where college right now actually has an event that the entire U.S. cares about.
Which you missed it, Michael. I'm sorry.
Right?
No. So, and I want to say too, like, is our team? I don't like all of us have like our own favorite team. Are we ever gonna see something good happen with our team, like, ever?
Yeah, the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl twice in a row. I would have never thought that if you would have told me that at the end of 2005 when they lost to the Steelers based off of poor performance on their part.
I'm not a Seahawks fan.
And then the two officials. I told people that I knew, hey, that team's going to get sold and Seattle will not have a team. Stupidest thing I said, but I did go around saying that that's how like miffed I was that they blew it, and that was the one chance in my lifetime I was going to see them go to the Super Bowl. The NFL has that much parity, but the incredible thing is they actually went twice in a row. I would have not believed you at all if you had told me that would have happened. So no, my teams, I'm good, and the Ravens are always
good. I'm not good.
It's okay.
Dathan, are you good? Like, are you good?
And the Chiefs are good now, right?
With what? With the Seahawks where they are?
Are you good? Are you good for the rest of your life that the Seahawks won the Super Bowl and you're set? Like,
no,
right.
I'm not.
Well, like, I'm not saying I'm set.
I'm happy that they got one. They got a Super Bowl. They should have had two. Obviously, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah,
but maybe. I tell my wife constantly, like, or in my lifetime, I do not think Oregon is going to win a national title. I don't think so. it's that, and it's either with the way we are, it's national title or bust. That's how it is.
That is
With
how
how
now.
spoiled
winning
we are. And
national title is super dang hard, you know, and you gotta have so many things go right for you.
Yeah, and very, we're so spoiled now because we all the games and everything, all the money and all that stuff.
Right.
I remember the 2 and 8 seasons, the 3 and 8 seasons.
Sure.
And if you beat the Beavers, that was it. I remember watching replays of the 84 toilet bowl where it was nothing. The 83 toilet bowl, that I think there were 14 turnovers and 12 missed field goals, and you were playing on concrete pretty much is what it was. And I think that we're so to the point where it's like, it was so, how do I put it? Like this year, Oregon wasn't winning games by enough this year. It was like, why are these blowouts? What is going on? Like, why are they not winning these? They came out with a win. Like it was 0-0s, and you got the W. Just be happy with it and move on. But no, we gotta beat teams by 45 points like they used to. And with that being said,
hey, at least we have video games to go back to, because like now, like, and I can just flush sports out, because like there's nothing else going on right now in my.
Well, I mean, I'm still vested in
NFL. Yeah, for me,
right? Yeah, me too. Yeah.
In NFL, I mean, I may even throw a dollar parlay.
The Seahawks are not winning the whole thing this year, guys.
Well, no, they're out.
They're out.
Yeah, they are out. Okay.
Yeah, they were eliminated, but I mean that's fine. I mean, look, they have a new coach. I mean, it's gonna be a bit, till things get figured out for those guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. All right. So let's go. I want to talk. Yeah. Let's finish with games. I want to talk about. Looks like Michael B's in the chat and Jason's still here. So thank you guys. But let's talk about the 2025 upcoming games. So I did have a.
You got a list?
I think I got a list. It should be on here. So GameSpot has a. Here we go.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
2025 upcoming games release schedule.
Nothing in January, February, March. Oh, okay.
Oh, my browser's going crazy. Hold on. Stop.
Donkey Kong Country.
So January, yeah. Donkey Kong, is that the biggest game that's coming out this month? On PC, you can get Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Star Wars Episode 1, Jedi Power Battles, but that's an old game.
Runny Bunny is finally coming out.
Who is looking forward to Spider-Man 2 on PC?
Well, I guess I don't know. I didn't care about it until now. All these PlayStation games are great.
Meatball Saucy. Saucy.
He was saying it's going to be good.
Oh yeah, he was all over that.
So we'll see.
So that's January 30th.
Yeah.
Nothing else is really.
What's the Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi? That's probably just some crap.
That's an old. Was that a Dreamcast game?
Oh, okay.
What was that, Chris? GameCube.
Which one was it?
I think that was
Jedi
Dreamcast.
Power Battles.
I think.
I think that was Dreamcast.
I think it was too. It was a game where you're the Jedi and you it's just kind of like a beat 'em up a little bit.
Never mind.
But it was like overhead view. Well, if it's cheap, I would consider it. But all right, February. Chris, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think I've heard you talk about that one.
And then there's going to be Civ 7. That still has a strong following.
Okay, yeah.
And then Assassin's Creed.
Oh, Avowed.
And Avowed, yeah.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
If Avowed comes out in
so February could be a good month.
I would wait on that. That would be my suggestion. If that does come out in February,
which one?
A while. Avowed.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a feeling that's gonna be a buggy mess when it comes out. It's just been delayed too much.
I'm all for Assassin's Creed. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
Very excited for that, and that's when I'll get the Ubisoft.
Does that look better?
Yeah, it looks good.
I think that Assassin's Creed game is going to be the make it or break it for Ubisoft. If it doesn't succeed, either Ubisoft's going to get sold off or you could see them fold.
Joe is back in the chat. He says Agent Fall.
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that one is either.
Ambulance Life.
I guess you need to come back on the show and talk about it, huh?
The Ambulance Life paramedic simulator kind of has the. It kind of reminds me of like what it would be like for Crazy Taxi. Like you're just driving and picking people up and then driving them back.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Chris, are you gonna play that?
I haven't touched a Monster Hunter game for a while now.
I haven't tried it.
I know that a lot of people are looking forward. A lot of people are looking forward to that.
Yeah, I got into one, and I played it for a bit, but it's too much like having to go back out, fight the same monsters in order to upgrade your equipment to go on to fight stronger monsters. It was just it got too repetitive for me. So there's that one.
March Split Fiction. I know that was the game that they announced at the Game Awards.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Other than that, I don't think anything's jumping out at me here.
Adam Fall. Who was that one from?
Oh, Adam Fall. It's coming out on every system on March 27th.
Yeah, that's the that's supposed to be the Fallout in New England, or not New England, but England. So instead of America, it's supposed to be like set in England and everything.
All right. Moving on. April. Not much so far.
Ooh, Fatal Fury.
That's
City
probably
of
when
Wolves.
Avowed will finally come out.
You're a big Fatal Fury fan, Chris?
Oh, I can't go wrong with old.
Oh, look at the calendar for May, June, July, August, September, October. Nothing.
Oh, there'll be
October.
stuff.
You have Double Dragon.
That's because I guarantee you there's nothing announced for those dates, because that's when people are.
Well, because here,
here's
got your TBAs
to be announced. So here we should have some good stuff here. Borderlands 4, probably somebody. I want to get the Capcom Fighting Collection.
Car Dealers.
Oh, Carmen San Diego.
Car Dealer
I bet
Simulator.
Joe will want that one
for Netflix.
Which
Car Dealer Simulator, right there. Who doesn't want to become a car?
Oh God,
Jesus.
Where's the Jesus Christ, my God sound?
Ooh, Corpse Party 2.
There's a lot here. Oh, Doom the Dark Ages. I really want that.
That might be fun.
That'll be on Game Pass.
We'll be able to play Double Dragon at PAX most likely.
Yeah, what I've seen of Double Dragon, it didn't look good yet. I hopefully I don't know. Oh, Dune Awakening.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Dune Awakening, it's been announced for PC, but it probably won't be very good. We'll see. Elden Ring, Night Rain.
Yeah.
Fable,
yeah.
Will we get a release date for that?
I don't think that's going to come out this year.
If it does, I bet you it'll probably be like Indiana Jones and come out in December.
Oh man, I can finally be like a Burger King franchise owner with fast food restaurant simulator. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Fighting Force Collection.
First Blood Persian Legends. Is that like related to the Rambo movies in any way?
Oh no, I don't think so. Persian Legends. I do love I do love Rambo. I love those movies.
You know what I do not see on this
Grand Theft
list
Auto
is
6.
I do not see Gears of War.
Nope.
Hell, you're
There's
right.
no Gears of War.
No Gears of War. Wow. It has Indiana Jones. Oh, okay, PS5.
The dream is dead.
Little Nightmares 3.
No Metroid.
No,
Metroid.
It's there. I did hear a rumor that was going to be a launch title for Switch 2.
That'd be awesome. Orcs Must Die. Oh, Pokemon Legends, another Pokemon game. They got to do something this year.
Space is also missing Xenoblade Chronicles X in March. But we haven't gotten to X, so that might be...
What's going on, Chris? Dude, I need to get Speed on the show, you guys. My old college roommate, you need to come on, man. You were the man on some of these games. Metroid 4. I know you're going to be getting Metroid 4, Speed. Let's see. What else we got? Man, this list is not that impressive.
Yeah, it's really not.
Yeah, you just got to wait, though. Something will come along that you're not, that, you know, that doesn't have the name recognition
we don't know
right
yet.
now.
Tales of Iron 2. I did like Tales of Iron 1. That was a fun game. Oh, man. 2025, I'm starting to get worried.
Vampire Bloodlines 2 is
That's
not
it?
coming out.
Maybe if Grand Theft Auto just comes out this year, I'll make everything good. I don't know. Jeez. 2025, are we going to suck?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's going to be interesting to see what...
There'll be some Nintendo Directs where the games will come out this year. There'll be the state of plays and that sort of thing.
There are always games every year that come out that I did not have on my radar, no name recognition at all, no press, that then all of a sudden kind of blow up. And, well, like, what was the Wukong game nobody cared about, right?
Where was Perfect Dark? Is that not till 2026, I guess, huh?
Well, I thought Gears of War was this year.
Yeah, is it not?
Yeah.
Wasn't on the list.
Yeah, it's probably an incomplete list.
Maybe a shadow drop.
Yeah, this list I'm looking at is saying Gears of War E-Day is got a to be announced release date, but they've got it for most anticipated games of 2025. So
that's one of the big things with Microsoft too. Their release dates, they are the most wishy-washy out of any of them. Sony, Nintendo, they do not put out a release date until the last second.
Well, good.
Every time.
I'm perfectly, if you're going to announce a game, I kind of prefer we're going to give you a release date for the game like a month or two out from it.
I want quality for sure.
But
oh yeah, no, where's Silksong? Yeah, it's not. Where's that? They've been working on that game forever.
That game should come out in the year 30.
Where's Wolverine? The Wolverine game that's supposed to be coming out, right?
Absolutely.
Let's go, bub.
It's not there.
Nope.
I guess. Well, at least Microsoft has some games announced. Yeah. What was Sony touting there? Nothing.
Not really anything.
Let's go, bub.
Or where's the Venom game?
Don't know.
Where's my Unsolved Mysteries music? Yeah. What's going on? People are like worried about UFOs in the air, and we don't have any games.
So looks like there'll be bunch more trips to the arcades and the bars to play some pinball.
So PC Gamer put together a list here of 6 games that could be bigger hits than you were expecting in 2025. So they have a game called Solasta 2, Menace, Big Walk, Hyperlight Breaker, Psycho Patrol R, and Midnight Murder Club. And then for their bonus pick, which is a cheese, they said Grand Theft Auto 6.
ugly thing to say.
Man.
So these are games that, they're saying
Who
you haven't
cares?
heard of that are going to be bigger.
That belongs in a museum.
I don't know.
Ryan, I like the garage tour. Very, very well done.
Oh, thank you.
You did a good
Thank
job
you.
with that.
I need to obviously get rid of some stuff. Joe Wallace texted me the other day, and I might be giving him my Terminator machine.
Oh, nice.
So if I do that, I think I might be able to get some more room here, and I want to be able to display. I'm going to become a toy channel because, I don't know, 2025 doesn't look that good, but I want to display more of my toys here. Can I show this before we go? Look at that.
That is a solid figure.
Look at that. Look at that card.
That's nice.
This is the #1 toy on Amazon right now, you guys.
Is it in stock?
It's been going in and out.
Okay.
So if you get your hands on, this is the only one I have so far. I've been looking in. It's supposed to be available at Target and Walmart. I've not seen it. I guess PD7 found Iron Man at GameStop near him. But
now is that the series that's gonna have the brown and yellow Wolverine suit? Okay.
Yes,
that's what I thought.
Are you a fan of the brown and yellow Wolverine?
I am. I do.
Or do you like the yellow?
I think it's a cool looking costume.
So Eric, you mentioned Hyper Light Breaker. You're super pumped about that one. But that Solasta looks like it might be one that you like. That you might like. It is I guess it's an RPG, and it's I guess got tactical combat with it. So it's supposed to be a pretty good representation of what it's like for tabletop RPG.
Or come on, Eric, we're waiting for you to say something. Oh, you're not here.
As a matter of fact, one of the articles says Baldur's Gate 3 fans shouldn't sleep on Solasta 2.
Don't make the same mistakes of Ryan's Tau World if you do. What are you talking about? All right. Do we want to talk about we're going to have a get-together Thursday?
Oh, yeah. The Public House Pinball Metallica. Metallica launch party thing.
Eric, are you going to the Metallica launch party? You can drag him there, Dathan.
We'll swing by and pick. Well, actually, he lives closer to it than I do.
Yeah, so no excuses.
I think
I
he's
don't know
closer.
if I'm going to be able to make it.
He's pretty close.
Don't think so. Meatball Saucy, if you're watching the replay, he couldn't be here tonight, but we got to get him there. Maybe I can message him. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it's you can have a good time. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Have you guys played the Metallica yet?
I have not.
Yeah.
Not
Have you?
the remaster, just the original.
I haven't been to Next Level since November, so
I probably won't make another Next
hopefully,
Level trip until probably until Dungeons and Dragons comes out, or until the Public House will probably get it too, because they're the ones that are they have a whole pinball place downstairs now.
Oh, okay. Toy World. It's an ultra popular YouTube channel where the parents pretty much turn their kid into a content mill. Yeah. I'm sure they have like 1 million subscribers. Yeah. No, some of those kids' channels are crazy. My son watches a channel called Toys and Colors, and yeah, it's got several million subscribers.
Yeah, he's no longer the small kid that you got in the thumbnails. He looks like he's in his teenage years now, and so apparently the newest videos are all like a couple of girls now instead of the boy. So I don't know, but yeah,
yeah. Well,
there we go. From Dathan's box of goodies, we got Giant Man.
Why does your video always cut out when you're trying to show something? It's like trying to focus, but like it's all grainy. It was doing that last week
Probably
too.
because it's not a. I need to like
stop moving things.
Buy a high quality.
All right, so you have 2 of those now.
No, there's Proto Man from the Mega Man series, and then this is Ant-Man or Giant Man. Paul Rudd's larger.
I'm not gonna start collecting Funko Pops. Those are evil.
Well, if you're gonna be a toy channel, you may have to start becoming Funko.
No, I'm not gonna do it. No.
It's gonna happen, Ryan. Just give in.
Oh yeah. And did you guys real quick? Did you guys see the Mondo shit I got?
I did see that. Your post on Instagram. I saw it.
Oh my god. The black suit Spider-Man. I don't know. I also got the red and blue, and I got Rogue, and I may have just bought another one the other day. I'm not gonna. I'll teach that.
Yeah, you're gonna need to.
I'm gonna be a toy channel now.
Downsize or buy a bigger garage or something.
I need a way to display them. So we'll figure it out. Get rid of these arcades.
Maybe you can, after the arcade claw machine and restream, you can get yourself a warehouse and start displaying stuff with the super.
Yeah, I could put them in the claw machine. Yeah. All right. Do you guys have any final thoughts, Travis?
No, not right now. We're good.
I'm tired, bro. Okay. Yeah. So when is the event on Thursday? Is it
7 o'clock?
Is it at 7?
7 o'clock?
Is it 7?
That's the reason I can't go is because I work at 3 a.m. the next day. So.
Oh yeah.
It's a little too late for me.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh look, Harry's gonna show up in the Metallica launch. He can't be here for the stream.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah, he's not. He's too good for us tonight. But yeah, Thursday he'll be there.
So I think it's not. It's a launch, but it's also a tournament too. So just be prepared to.
Oh yeah. Well, how much does it cost to be in the tournament? Just $5. But do you have to put quarters in the machines?
Well, I did when I did the X-Men one. I'm not sure if it's going to change it for this next one or not. Because when I asked the guy, I said you got to put in quarters. He said yes, but they were doing something with the future ones that were going to be going forward. So I'm not sure.
Here's my question. Since it's a public house, does that mean they have drinks there?
Yes. Yes, there is the you walk in and there's the whole lineup of pinball machines on both sides, and there's a bar right there, and then on the other side there's another full bar on the other side too.
And of course, on the news tonight, I had to watch the segment about how like alcohol is like the 3rd leading cause of cancer now in the United States. So, but. Hey, we're gonna go for it. You can't do that at Next Level. There's no alcohol there, to my knowledge.
Yeah, think of the kids.
Right. So anyway, Chris, do you have any final thoughts?
If you haven't had a chance to see the new Nosferatu, it's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, didn't you put a video on your channel?
Yeah.
About it? Okay. So cool.
It was actually really well made. So
all right.
Look forward to that. But 2025 is going to be a good year for all of us. We're going to get the arcade one-up claw machine this year based on the super chats and everything. So it's going to be a good one.
Man. I came into this stream like optimistic, and now I feel like kind of let down. I was really let down during the Rose Bowl, and then also my poor cat died.
Oh, that's a bummer.
So
sorry about that.
The puppy we got, I think, stressed him out.
Yeah, they'll do that. That'll do it.
He probably had some other condition that I didn't know about, but yeah. So that we had that. Then the Rose Bowl lost. Like, and now this stream looking at the game releases, I'm like, oh geez.
Well, you gotta.
What are we gonna talk? What are we gonna talk about for this?
You gotta look at the bright side of things. You got the pinball, and your Star Trek thing, Legos, and your
that totally got me juiced this morning. Yeah. So it better not be just a rumor. All right. Hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Yeah. The cool thing about, I'll say, my cat, I got him when I was a single guy, and I wanted to. I've never had a cat like him that he would treat me like he would give me affection like he did. Like, most cats don't give a shit about you from my, but this cat was like a dog to me. So, man, I don't know if I'll be able to find a good cat like that again. That's probably why we have 2 dogs now.
That's the worst thing about having pets is they don't usually outlive their owners, and it's kind of they're a blessing and I don't want to say a curse, but it's a downer at the same time.
And then teaching your kids about death, not fun. So my daughter still doesn't quite understand it, but yeah, it kind of, and I don't know what it is about end of December, because last year at this time we lost our other dog. So whatever. Yeah, and I know Eric and other people have lost family members this year, and I'm not trying to poo-poo that either, but yeah, life's hard. So anyway, let's send it on hopefully on a high note. I appreciate all you guys. Give this video a like. My channel's almost at 1,300 subscribers, you guys. So
I hit 50 this week. Woo.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a little softball clap. It's a really slow burn at first, but you got to find your audience. And I know there's some you're a weird person, and you're gonna find your weird person audience, and they will gravitate you to you, Chris. You just got to find them. So I'm trying to be nice to you.
It's really hard after 20 some odd years, right?
You'll find guys that are wearing the same weird hat as you, and they're going to want, you're going to be their influencer.
Is Stay Puft Marshmallow Man,
Yeah. Oh, is it? I thought it was something, I don't know, just trying to be creepy.
There could be a little bit of both, I guess.
Right. All right, I appreciate you guys. Let's have a good year. Probably no more Ducks talk for a while.
You're free of that now.
Not until college football 2026, right? The NCAA 2026,
right?
Well, they're a basketball team anyway, so it's okay.
Well, they lost the other night to Illinois pretty badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna, it's the same. Yeah, right, Joe. I mean, you got to find your audience, right? Go check out his channel, Joe, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Twilight stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why, actually, Chris, you didn't lean more into that. Because I bet you there's more Twilight stuff you could explore on your channel. Didn't you have that one fan? I know we're going off topic now, but you had that one fan that was really into it, and then she found you, and she was making comments on all your videos, and then you haven't made anything since.
No,
you're letting that fan down.
Especially because we're in the Northwest, where Twilight was filmed, and
right.
I mean, you've got so much material up here.
Mm-hmm. If you're people in your chat or your subscribers, they want you to do something, it doesn't matter what you want.
You could do a whole discussion on why Anna Kendrick was wrong to hate on Portland, because she hated it in Oregon and Portland when she was filming that movie.
Was she in that movie? Yeah, I guess she was.
And she actually forgets that she was in that movie, she said. And then people go up to her and they're like, hey, will you sign this for me? I love Twilight. She's like, oh, yeah, I was in that movie.
Was Denise Richards
She
in
was
that movie?
not. No.
Oh,
Her career.
Dathan, you lucked out there.
Gone.
I guess so.
Real Housewives of wherever she lives, right?
Is she going to be at any cons this year,
I
Dathan? you're
don't
going
know. I guess this is my punishment for the claw machine, isn't it? And I didn't even.
Did you let her out of the trunk yet?
Travis.
You know what's worse is my most viewed video is just it's King of the Hill. It's a King of the Hill clip.
Do
And
another
then
King of the Hill video.
I stuck the line from Elden Ring, Kirsty Bale, over the top of a scene from that, and it's like,
yeah, how many views does that?
It has almost 1,200 views, but it's just like
right?
I didn't do anything other than like
Repeat
waste time.
Exactly.
Uh,
yeah, Jason will tell you. You got to take care of your audience.
I don't know if I have an audience.
No, you just got to find them. You just got to find them. They're out there. Maybe if you go to there's a Twilight convention.
I think Eric's brother goes to that.
Does Eric's brother subscribe to your channel?
Probably not. I'm sure probably maybe we can arrange that.
Yeah.
Alikrian says, I got 1,700 subscribers by doing what I love. So I think to each their own on YouTube. Do you still have a channel, Alikrian?
Well, yeah.
He does?
I don't know if he posts a whole lot on it, but
post your link in the chat, and then we'll say goodbye.
So stupid. I hate this one.
yeah, I can't lean into Twilight. Though is the problem. Is even if it's what people love and everything, I can't do it. It broke me.
All right. We'll let you guys go. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. We're gonna end the show next week. So Thursday, real quick, we're gonna do that event at the public house, and then Friday, let's take some video there too, and we'll show it. And then hopefully we can talk about something cool at CES next week too. So that's what I